Guess who's in the studio? It's our friend, nutritionist Akosia. She's here to talk to us about obesity and a certain type of obesity. So, good morning, Akosia.
Good morning, Kukui.
Always great to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Awesome. Okay, now we'll talk about this. I know a lot of people. Again, it's the beginning of the year. Everybody, we're all on our resolutions on this and that.
But you're doing well.
Yeah, thank you.
She was eating our food today, and I know that she's trying to. We know what we are doing.
We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. So yes, we're going to be talking about what exactly the topic for today. Tell us what it is.
Sarcopenia obesity.
Sarcopenia obesity. Now, we've heard obesity, but what's the sarcopenia aspect of this?
So, sarcopenia is a condition where you lose skeletal muscle mass. So lean. So the lean muscle is very, very important. We are always preaching that you are to eat healthy, you are to do everything you can to make sure you have a healthy body. And I know I can see the anxiety in your eyes, because now we are just not looking at you and saying that because of how you look, we think that there is a problem. That is something sarcopenia obesity is addressing, because I can be sitting here and be obese in a way, because yes, it depends on the quality of my lean muscle. So Kokui, if your lean muscle, you have the quality lean muscle, and then we do the body composition or every vitals we need to do, and then we do the analysis, evaluate and calculate the total fat sitting in you, and everything is working out. So the images we have may even help us understand, because
okay. All right. Okay.
Where did you come from?
Yes, I know. Quick has appeared. He has joined us now. Welcome, Quick. Welcome back, Quick D.
Thank you. So, what are you saying? The lay person that is watching, you can look like you're normal, but you can be obese. Because
sarcopenia is linked with aged people. So as you age, you will lose muscle. So it's the reason why our people sometimes, even when they come to see you now, I have moved from the era where I look at somebody 45 years, 50 years, and I want you to lose weight and come to normal. Now I am younger, let me put it that way. I have not had children yet, and so definitely I will need to push myself to a certain area. But looking at us as Africans, where we find ourselves, naturally we have the body. And so it is very important that in your quest to even make people lose weight, you don't make them lose it in such a way that you end up giving them issues. So weight loss has to do with even your age. So that I don't influence you even finding yourself there, because once you have that, it is heavily linked with some conditions. That's why you realize that when they hit menopause, that's when the type 2 diabetes is out. That is when the high blood pressure is out. That is when you have the stroke, the cardiovascular diseases coming out, because naturally sarcopenia will happen. You will lose weight due to aging, but sometimes some of the things we do, they are preventable. Our lifestyle choices can also influence. There are people who are working out, and depending on the age you find yourself, I've told you the ages which are at risk of this sarcopenia obesity. They hit the gym, they are doing all the things they want to do, but they don't even take a pre-workout snack. Just to make sure because if I go to the gym, I always say that the one who made me lose weight did me harm. I didn't come there for them to do me the harm. So it meant that I was just there to maintain, and so there were certain even routines that weren't for me. And I was supposed to also know that, I didn't know then, I was supposed to do a pre-workout snack, because I am there to maintain my body type. I am an ectomorph. Naturally, I struggle. And so if I come trying to work out, you are supposed to help me.
Okay, so we see some examples of
healthy snacks
on
our screens for you to have if you have to work out, to help you as far as whatever you are trying to achieve. Is I always say that yes, when you need to lose weight, that's when the body composition will need to even come in. So we know the percentage of body tissues, the percentage of water, the percentage of muscle, the percentage of fat for you to know exactly what you are dealing with, coupled with some lab results that you will need to also do. For Kweku did excellent the other time, a thorough check. And that is something you need to do to make sure that you know your body. Is even the last point when it comes to the tips. Know your body, because I will be able to help you based on what you are telling me.
Okay, so from what you're saying, it's not enough to just go even to your maybe regular GP and for them to say, oh, you need to lose weight. You actually need the guidance of a dietitian or nutritionist.
You have to. So I always say that once everything happening to you has something to do with what you are eating, involve a nutritionist or a dietitian, because everybody, it's not a thing of, oh, now if you can afford it, some of the facilities, if you come to my government facility, is free. I will tell you, so that you can't bombard me with pressure because there's already pressure there. It is free, so just get a good hospital. We have Kolebu, we have Ridge, we have the UJ Medical Center and other facilities where you can have these services for maybe a token, or if you're lucky to find yourself at my end, it is free. I won't tell you again. So that is what you need. You need to know. So lean. So the layman's language, like Kweku said, lean. When you find out that you are losing a lot than you want to lose, we are saying don't be obese, but you can look at some people and it's obvious they are obese. But with the sarcopenia obesity, it is difficult for me to look at Kweku and say that this is going on until some clinical tests have been done to know. So you find out that when there is an image that will help us to better understand it. So you realize that the lean fat, you can clearly see that the person looks round, very, very big. But you see the fat mass is the yellow portion, and then the lean mass is the red portion. So you can see that when you look at their body from the red perspective, they are all the same. But see what the fat is doing to the three of them.
This is the first one.
Which is no, even the I'm looking at the one with the more yellowish color. So the normal one is the first one, where the normal weight with low lean mass is greatly showing, and then you have obese with low lean mass, and then we have the morbidly obese, that is BMI above 40 kilograms per meter square. So check your BMI. If your BMI is above 30, though sarcopenia, it's new and there is no clinical diagnosis at the moment, but the World Health Organization is still telling us to work on it using what we use to diagnose obesity. So the first parameter is your BMI being greater than or equal to 30 kilograms per meter square. So if that is where you find yourself, you should do something about it and then go even further based on the explanations given.
You also said we should be careful about metabolic problems. How do you know if you have a metabolic problem?
So that's what I'm saying. So if you have constant sugar spikes, it's a metabolic issue. So with time, they find themselves having diabetes, type 2 diabetes or diabetes mellitus. So if you have issues with your blood pressure, if you have issues with your blood sugar levels, they are metabolic issues. So there are reasons for you to be worried or concerned. So let's say, for instance, if I take somebody like my mother, somebody said I shouldn't mention my mother again. Yes, who is that way, or who is big, and I love it. I would need to go beyond just she looking that way. Get to know her total fat, know what is causing her to look that way, and then monitor her blood sugar levels to see if she's within the acceptable ranges. If you do all these things, you can be given the clue that you are heading for this, depending on the age. So for a woman, if you are in your premenopausal age, is a good reason for you to really start paying attention to some of these things. If you're a man and you measure your waist, and it is above 108 centimeters or equal to that, you are in trouble. You are obese. If you're a woman and it is equal to or above 88 centimeters, there is a problem. So with this, you need to even know your waist to hip ratio after you've known your waist circumference, and then you need to know your hip circumference just to be able to know your waist to hip, to know your waist to height. You know your BMI, you know your vitals, and then if there is any lipid profiling you would need, definitely a physician and a nutritionist will be able to really help you to know exactly what to do based on your age and whatever we get from consultation.
So you're talking a lot to that 40-ish crowd, 40 and over.
Because at menopause you lose weight.
You lose some mass.
You lose some mass. So it is easier for them. But I sit here and I know that I'll get there one day. So why don't I just start? Because when you are even at that age, what workout plans can I really drill you on? I can't really drill you on a lot of things. So it's better for you to make sure you are guiding yourself. And if you're already in that zone, these are the things you need to know.
If you're talking about a loss of mass, under certain strict guidance, and a good trainer and all of that, can you actually do proper muscle building to prevent?
It's even reversible. You can even reverse it. That's why I'm saying that it all boils down to you getting good professionals to help you. I didn't get the right gym coach. So it's about you also getting the right professionals to be able to help someone. I was talking to somebody and I was like, there are people like myself, so you consult them, they don't even think about your body composition. But BMI alone is not enough. For instance, if her family, they have bigger bones or denser bones, do you think BMI alone is enough for me to make diagnosis on something that can affect her? Your health can affect you. If I tell you have something that has happened to me, I could have sued them and made money if I was in Europe. They told me I had something I didn't have. You don't dwell on just that one thing. So for me, I make sure that I do with a lot of parameters to be sure that they are all pointing towards the same direction before I can say that, this is the problem we are dealing with. So BMI alone is not enough. And then for the workout session, there are meals you need to be deliberate about, like the ketogenic diet. And then we have the Mediterranean diet. So if you're somebody in that zone who is experiencing some of these metabolic issues or problems I'm talking about, you need to make sure this is the Mediterranean diet. It deals with a lot of seafoods, poultry over red meat. And then, so just as they come, and then you indulge in the right exercise, and I will stress on that. Know what to do, and even before the exercising, there are things you need to do. And a good one is the snack you need to have. You need to be cushioned because you really are going to do a lot of work. So that is it. And this is a keto-friendly diet. A keto-friendly diet will make sure you have low carbs, moderate carbohydrate, and then low carbohydrate, moderate on protein, and then big or large on healthy fat. I want to stress on healthy fat, not just any fat. So a classical example or a world-class healthy fat can be avocado. Avocado is a super food when it comes to fat. And you can salmon get you world-class fat because of omega-3 fatty acids.
You're talking about salmon, proper salmon, not the one we call salmon here, that the mackerel. Is it the salmon or is it mackerel? So, or is it both? Both. I'm talking about proper salmon. Hey,
it's true.
Yes, you are a good fellow Ghanaian, I'm telling you. Because that's what my mother would call salmon. So proper one, the one we showed you, you can see the texture, you can see the flesh of how it looks like. So if you want to place it because the salmon you are confused, do quality seafoods to help you as far as your omega-3 fatty acid meats are concerned. Eggs, you won't always go wrong with it. So a quick one, the tips. Know your BMI, know your body composition, and then whoever is taking care of you should help you understand the percentage of fat sitting in you, so that we will know that, you are above the desired 33% or within that range or over that range, to help us know, let us deal with this one first and make the others stand. Work on every individual parameter to be able to know that, okay, after working on all the parameters, this is still what we are left with. Then you can say that this is seriously sarco.
Okay. Wow.
There are people who are advocating on YouTube and other places for 10% body fat. Is that healthy?
It is, depending on your body type.
Okay.
So there is another image for that. There are people who are like Okui. The exercises they would do, I can never do. That's why I'm saying that it's easier for me to always use my mother, because that's how she was born big. So for that woman, it's not surprising to me that you check her blood sugar and it's like my blood sugar levels. You may check her blood sugar and sometimes I'm even spiking, and she is okay. So you need to understand who you are dealing with. And I always say that nutrition is not just on the plate. It's a lot of things. I need to understand even your body type. Are you an ectomorph? Are you a mesomorph? Are you an endomorph? She is an endomorph, like what we have on the screen. See, the second man has 10%.
Okay. Meanwhile, he's large.
He's an endomorph.
You see,
he's a big man.
That's a metabolic. It's healthy for the man's metabolism. Look at the percentage sitting in there. That is 10%. And if you can see the right up there, it will help you appreciate whoever is on the screen. The first one is 24%. Still within the up to the 33. It wouldn't be spot on 33. So look at that. You can see really active.
You look at the first one and say he's doing well.
You say Akosia is healthy than Kokui, but for all
but
you
the truth of the matter is that it could actually be, it's a complete opposite.
Yes, and then the third man, so for the fourth man, he is in trouble. Even the way he's standing, you can see he's in trouble. and the third man too, that is a normal person. So you can see that looking at somebody from this conversation is not enough.
Okay.
You need to delve deeper. And then you take your pre-workout snacks just to help you, depending on where you find yourself. Know your waist circumference. Know your hip circumference. If you don't know where your hip is, locate your hip bone. And put a tape measure around there. That is it. Your waist, that is where a lady's weight is supposed to be. That's where my button. That is where, so an inch, I can't get up with the screens.
An inch above the belly button.
So thank you. An inch above your belly button. That is your waist. That's your normal waist. And measure that. And then with the help of a professional, you can do the waist to hip, waist to height. Know what to eat. We've spoken about it. Know what to avoid. Avoid junky foods. That's it.
Akosia,
then you know your body well.
Where can people get you?
So on Instagram, you can follow me or ask me questions relating to this at the nutritionist Akosia. Why are you laughing? At the nutritionist Akosia on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, nutritionist Akosia, and you can WhatsApp me on this on 0243 350206.